A is for affordable housing. Only the local city government can initiate affordable housing programs. But fortunately, provincial or federal funds are there to support such initiatives. So it makes sense to make use of that money or somebody else will get it. Now, affordable housing benefits everyone, from the homeless to the working poor to the young who are just starting out, even to the established families. All of us benefit from the lower crime rate and the decreased social problems, and it costs us all dearly if we ignore these. For the details, check out votedeimert.com. There we emphasize solutions: a city land bank, low-cost rentals, affordable family homes, shelter for the homeless, decent options for the elderly, and more women's shelter spaces. And the good news is that many of these proposals can actually generate revenue. B is for better city planning. When one looks at the high-density housing in the new gateway sector, the entire area hurts the eyes. There are many areas like this. Unfriendly to foot traffic, insufficient crosswalks, no pedestrian overpasses at critical areas, no bicycle paths, no properly planned access to major arteries. Kids play in the asphalt casino parking lot because that's as good as it gets in their neighborhood. I think we can do better. 2, better city planning means planning for green spaces and walking trails in every new development. In the last 5 years, the city allowed over 50 acres of trees to be clear-cut like weeds, instead of protecting a portion for parks and green spaces. We need to learn from Sherwood Park, Red Deer.
Thank you, Elroy.
Yes, the city has some property behind the farmers market, and downtown property is really important, and it has to be city property when we face these problems. I think that needs to be developed, not just with the city money, but we need private partners here as well, perhaps an arm's length board. But I think we need a facility there with a big facility with lots of housing room, because this is important. We don't have enough shelter spaces. We don't have the places to fulfill this promise that the mayor's made for homeless people. We need the spaces, and we need a building that we can control. So I think that that's the place, and we need a plan for that area. Thank you. Folks, private development is not going to make more affordable housing in this town. The city has a responsibility in that area. Thank you. In order to make it fair, the city has to make the rules ultimately, right? And there are some simple things that we can ask all builders to do. With gables, we're getting better solar heat in buildings. You know, there are some towns that are asking them to put solar panels, and put at least 2 solar panels on the roofs, etc. These are things that if everybody has to do them, then it's not going to be a problem for competition, because they will be required. Now, our city could be an example and a shining light in Alberta by doing some of these things. And yeah, we need to consult, but we also need to act.
And Elroy, last.
Yes, I feel that the way they're doing this is wrong as well, that they seem to think that they can use rural areas as guinea pigs. And you know that uranium was bid up, and the people that had the stocks were getting rich, and now they're falling, and now they need a quick fix so that those stocks go up again. And I don't think we should be used as the guinea pigs. Oftentimes, this is the most expensive kind of electricity. Oftentimes, the plants get decommissioned before they ever pay for themselves. If we're going to have this kind of power, it's got to be public so we can hold them accountable if something goes wrong. I think we need renewable energy. If we put that kind of energy or that kind of money into wind and solar and hydro, we would have more than our fair share returns that would be
You can. Go ahead, Elroy.
You know, one thing we never talk about in these situations is looking at the causes of crime. You know, you can't just solve it with policemen and it's going to go somewhere else. You can't just destroy the park where they're going and think you got rid of the problem. We got to look at developing the downtown. We got to look at the social problems that cause it. Yes, the trouble with if investing in cameras is like investing at the wrong end. Yes, we do need to convict people when they commit a crime, but much better to put the money to stop the crimes in the first place. How much comfort is it to somebody who's raped or somebody who's attacked to actually, hopefully that there's a camera there. They don't often deter crime. They help us convict. We need to put the money with police on the street, walking those streets downtown, visiting the bars as they have the right to do to nip the problem in the bud. I think we need the money at that end, at prevention, rather than on the other end. Thanks. Some of the most active ideas in this area come from Seattle. We just heard recently from somebody that the city brought to town. And my C, ABCC, is for Citizens First Initiatives. This means matching funds for those citizen groups whose initiatives benefit the whole community. Long live Swanhaven Community Association. This will build more community associations like that, and it'll empower citizens and community associations. Otherwise, we just become Fort McMurray South, right? Yes, I think if I'm elected, I would like to make sure that the city has more input into Acanterra. I think that we need to try to set the priorities. I understand they're operating out there, but we need regularly reporting to council, and we need regular feedback from council, and I think this kind of thing would have been stopped. They would have said, hey, there's no way they could go into this. We need to be active in setting the agenda for this, and I think we need some laws to make sure that this is never sold to other private, or that other companies will be involved. I think we need laws to protect it, to keep our public interest protected. So folks, B is what I get if I don't beat the buzzer this time. C. C is for Citizens First Initiatives, as we said. This means matching funds for the citizen groups' initiatives. It benefits the whole community. It empowers citizens and community associations. That's the antidote to boomtown bars and brothels. Citizen First means advocating for better education opportunities. The City Council's got to get behind it, from early childhood education through university degrees and trade tickets delivered right here in Grand Prairie. Citizen First means carefully planned recreational and cultural facilities. D for decent snow removal and road repair. Privatization of snow removal has failed. We need twice as many graders into shifts to run them. Folks, if you believe A is for action, you know who to vote for. I beat the buzzer.